I'm Tiff, and in this video, I'll be talking about who I believe will win the NFC North for the 2020 to 2021 NFL season, and this will be the schedule and wins and losses for the Minnesota Vikings. So this is the Minnesota Vikings schedule. Okay, so here's their first game. It is versus the Packers. I believe that they'll lose this game. I think the Packers will come out strong at the start of the season, and I feel like Kirk Cousins won't be showing up in this game. So, yeah. Next game is at Colts. I believe that the Vikings will win this one. This is because, I don't know, I just have a feeling that although Xavier Rhodes did go to the Colts, I just feel like the Colts won't be able to win versus the Colts defense did get much better with DeForest Buckner as well. But I feel like the Vikings will outplay the Colts on offense and both sides, I guess. So next game is versus Titans. I believe they'll lose this one. I just believe that they'll lose this one due to the fact that the Titans are just so good this season with Ryan Tannehill, who they signed for an extension, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, who came off a 1,000-yard season, and they have Kevin Byard on their defense leading their defense. So, yeah, I don't think that many teams will be able to stop them. So, the next game is at the Texans. I believe they'll win this one. And D-Hop, Bill O'Brien, he's too smart for sending D-Hop for David Johnson. So, I think David Johnson will be starting over Lamar Miller, but I'm not sure. If they're going to make that trade, he better be. And they do have Will Fuller, and they got Brandon Cooks as well in this offseason. So, I still don't think that will be enough to beat the mighty Vikings. Next game is at Seahawks. I believe this will be a loss. Simply because of the fact that all of the players, if not almost all of them, are either in their prime or going into their prime. Like Russell Wilson in his prime, in my opinion, top 3 QB. Chris Carson's a tank. Tyler Lockett, everyone knows how good he is. And DK Metcalf, I believe, will get a 1,000-yard season. So, yeah, I don't think that the Vikings will be able to win versus the Seahawks. Next game is versus Falcons. And I believe that this one will be a win. Simply because of the fact that the Falcons were a mediocre team last season. And I know that I feel like they will do a bit better than last season, but I don't know how much better they'll be. So I think that the Vikings will be able to stop them. Next game is at Packers, and I believe that this will be a win. Although they are playing in Lambeau, which is one of the hardest places to win, especially at this time when it's all cold and frosty. But the Vikings are used to this, considering that they're from Minnesota, and they have experienced snow as well, and I think that the Vikings will be able to come out on top. Next one is versus Lions. I think that the Vikings will win this one. And this is simply because of the fact that although Matt Stafford has came back for the Lions, I still think the Vikings will win this. Because the Lions, they've just been an average team or below average for the past couple of years. And I just don't think that they'll be able to beat the Vikings. Although this is a primetime game and Kirk Cousins does not show up in primetime, I still think the Vikings will be able to win this one. Next game is at Bears. I believe the Vikings will come out on top. And I believe so, just due to the fact that the Vikings, I believe that they are a great team. And the Bears, they just haven't been amazing. They weren't amazing last year. And although they didn't sign Mitch Trubisky to a 5th-year contract, and they do have, I believe, Nick Foles, who will be their starter, I still think that won't be enough to stop the Vikings, even though the Bears have a great defense, like always. Next one is versus the Cowboys, and this is probably the hardest decision I had to make in this video, so I'll stop talking and get to what I believe. I believe that this will be a win for the Vikings, and this was the hardest decision simply because of the fact that America's team, the Cowboys, they're just so good but they haven't been being able to capitalize on their skill for last season and for a couple of seasons before as well. They have Zeke, Dak, and Amari Cooper, Darius Leonard, or DeMarcus Lawrence, sorry. They did lose Byron Jones though, but still, I believe that the Vikings will just win in this one. Next one is versus Panthers. I believe they'll win in this one as well because the Panthers, so they're a decent team, right? They did sign Teddy Bridgewater. They have DJ Moore, and in my opinion, the best running back in the league in Christian McCaffrey. But I still don't think that their defense will be enough to stop the Vikings' offense. And I believe that the Vikings' defense, as I said, it has gone worse. But I still think that the Vikings' defense will be able to stop and outplay the Panthers' offense. Next game is versus Jaguars. I believe the Vikings will win in this one. The Jaguars did lose Nick Foles, but they do have a young star in DJ Chark, and they have Gardner Minshew. But I don't think that this will be enough to stop the Vikings offense led by Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook and Adam Thielen. And yeah. Next one is at Buccaneers. I believe that this one will be a loss for the Vikings after their stretch of, I believe, 7 games of winning. And I just believe this because I believe that the Buccaneers will have gone into their groove by this point in the season, and they'll have built that chemistry with Tom Brady and Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. And Tom Brady's known to have great reads, a smart player, very smart player. And the Buccaneers have a great receiving core with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. And I don't think that Gronk will be the Gronk that we're used to, but I still think that he'll be decent. Next one is versus Bears. I think the Vikings will win this. I think they will sweep the Bears. So, yeah. Next one is at Saints. Second to last game of the season. I believe they'll lose this one. And this is because of the fact that the Saints they're so good, and I don't think that many teams will be able to beat them this season. So, yeah. And the last game is at Lions. I believe that they'll finish the season off strong and win. And, yeah, so I have the Vikings going 11-5. So, thank you for watching. See you next time. And if you disagree with any of my predictions, please tell me in the comments below. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.